Breaking news that's coming in at the top of this hour. After outrage, a half-hearted apology by Congress MLA who trivialized rape. Congress MLA Ramesh Kumar on the floor of the House says, since my remark has sparked a row, I apologize. The Congress MLA had earlier said, when rape is inevitable, lie down and enjoy. The Speaker says, don't drag it further. Let's move on.
To own a mistake ends up in a single mistake. To deny a mistake amounts to multiple mistakes. ನನ್ನಿಂದ ಅಪರಾಧ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ತೀರ್ಮಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಬಂದು ತೀರ್ಪು ಕೊಟ್ಟುಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ನಾನು ಕ್ಷಮೆಯನ್ನು ಕೋರ್ತೇನೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಸುಖಾಂತ್ಯವನ್ನು ಹಾಡಿ ಕಲಾಪಗಳನ್ನು ನಡೆಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋಣ.
Now, let's listen in to the shocking comments that were made earlier by Congress MLA Ramesh Kumar yesterday in the Karnataka Assembly, trivializing rape.
There is a saying, when rape is inevitable, lie down and enjoy it. But that's exactly the position into which you are.
Okay, let's listen in to the apology, the alleged apology which Congress MLA Ramesh Kumar has made.
To own a mistake ends up in a single mistake. To deny a mistake amounts to multiple mistakes. ನನ್ನಿಂದ ಅಪರಾಧ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ತೀರ್ಮಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಬಂದು ತೀರ್ಪು ಕೊಟ್ಟುಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ನಾನು ಕ್ಷಮೆಯನ್ನು ಕೋರ್ತೇನೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಸುಖಾಂತ್ಯವನ್ನು ಹಾಡಿ ಕಲಾಪಗಳನ್ನು ನಡೆಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋಣ.
Now Karthik is joining me live from Bengaluru. Karthik, we heard the comments yesterday. They were outrageous, and today when he realizes that there is uproar across the country over the outrageous comments that he made yesterday, he says, if I hurt the sentiments of anyone, then I would like to apologize. This is a half-hearted apology. Is he really remorseful about the despicable comments that he made yesterday?
Well, yes, definitely looking at the apology that he has given in the floor of the House today, yes, one does have to question the way in which he has apologized today on the floor of the House, because it is not satisfactory. He goes on to state that if it has, the judgment has already been passed against him regarding his remark, and which is why he is going on to make this apology. But the fact remains is that Mr. Ramesh Kumar has, even previously as well, has made similar sexist remarks about rape, and he's once again made it. So it remains to be seen if the Congress party goes on to take any action against him, because this is not the first time that he has made this remark, and probably would not be would be the last time as well. So it remains to be seen what sort of action will the party take against him. But as of now, the party hasn't come forward and announced any action that could be taken against him. But it is certainly very, it's certainly very awful to see that a very senior politician, the rank of a former speaker, making such a remark and also getting scot-free.
Absolutely. So Karthik, you're saying that Congress MLA Ramesh Kumar has made such trivial, such objectionable remarks in the past as well?
Well, yes, indeed. Previously as well, when Mr. Ramesh Kumar was the speaker as well, he had made a very controversial remark that was also connected to rape. And this is also the second remark that he has made. Well, earlier also there was huge furor that was against Mr. Ramesh Kumar, and yet again we see even Congress MLAs very recently pointed out on Twitter. Ms. Soumya Reddy has also pointed out that yet again it's a Congress, it's a Congress MLA who's made this remark. Even many of his own party women have come out against him. But it remains to be seen if the party high command takes any action against Mr. Ramesh Kumar, because it's high time they do. If not, MLAs like this and other senior politicians would definitely go on to repeat this again.
Right. Karthik, stay on with us. Let's listen in again to the shocking comments that Congress MLA Ramesh Kumar made yesterday on the floor of the Karnataka Assembly, trivializing rape.
There is a saying, when rape is acceptable, lie down and enjoy it. But that's exactly the position into which you are. To own a mistake ends up in a single mistake. To deny a mistake amounts to multiple mistakes. ನನ್ನಿಂದ ಅಪರಾಧ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ತೀರ್ಮಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಬಂದು ತೀರ್ಪು ಕೊಟ್ಟುಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ನಾನು ಕ್ಷಮೆಯನ್ನು ಕೋರ್ತೇನೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಸುಖಾಂತ್ಯವನ್ನು ಹಾಡಿ ಕಲಾಪಗಳನ್ನು ನಡೆಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋಣ.
Mr. Gowda is now joining me on the phone line. Mr. Gowda, how do you react to first the comments that were made yesterday trivializing something as serious as rape, and today the half-hearted apology, which basically is, if I have hurt the sentiments of anyone, women in general, then I would like to apologize. So clearly he's not even regretful about the statement that he made yesterday.
See, end of the day, whether he's a ex-speaker or sitting speaker, end of the day, all the politicians from all the parties are politicians. They are maintaining that status only, and the people are not sticking to their word, and because that kind of ideology is lacking in the politics. That is why this kind of statements are coming up. Right now, we are not ready to comment on this kind of speeches whether from Ramesh Kumar, and yet because they themselves are very learned people, learned statesmen on the floor of the House. And one day they will make one statement, another day another statement. They will confess by themselves. See, these are all the ways, and what the message they are going to give to the future politicians like us, and in future how the floor of the House should function. They have to explain us in detail, and maybe senior politicians who are sitting in Delhi, they have to teach them whether to the all national party people, whether BJP or Congress, they have to take the classes how they have to be polished while making their statements.
Absolutely. Everyone needs to pull up their legislators or their party leaders over such comments which have been made. The Congress, of course, for the moment, conveniently distancing itself from the comments which have been made by their party legislators, saying this is unacceptable. But the apology which has been issued by Congress MLA Ramesh Kumar is, of course, a half-hearted apology at best. Mr. Gowda, thank you so much for joining us. Let's listen in to some political reactions that have been coming in on this very shocking comment which has been made on the floor of the Karnataka Assembly.
If they truly believe in servicing the needs of poor women and children in our country, how dedicated member of parliament would wish to discuss issues pertaining to them. And those gentlemen who belong specially to a particular party, one of their representatives yesterday said and made remarks about women which need to be condemned by every public representative in Karnataka. If you truly believe in the cause of women, first stand here and denounce that legislator who says that if you are raped as a woman in this country, you should enjoy it. Those men who stand in this well today, go back to your political organization and first bring to justice such a man, and then we will see who speaks for women and children in this country.
I never expected such a statement from Ramesh Kumar. Really, it's a shameful attitude, and I will condemn his statement. And in House also, he must apologize for his statement.
Our party will consider this point, because on the floor of Assembly, if such statement is made, it is not fair at all. It is not good at all. It is not in good taste.
ನೀವೇನ್ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಿರೋ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೂ ಅಂತೀನಿ ನಾನೀಗ. ಎಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಈಗ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಇನ್ನೇನ್ ಈಗ ನನಗೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅನ್ಸಿದೆ. ಈಗ ನಾನು ರಮೇಶ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಅವರು ನನಗೇನ್ ಅನ್ಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಈಗ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ದ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಅಂತ, ಇದನ್ನ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಇದನ್ನ ನಿಯಂತ್ರಣದಲ್ಲಿಟ್ಟು, ಇದನ್ನ ಒಂದು ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥಿತವಾಗಿ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಈಗ ಮಾತಾಡ್ರಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡೋದು ಈಗ.
How much more shameful can this kind of a talk be in the assembly where women voters have sent these fellows giving our votes and we pay our taxes to them? Don't they know that rape is the most heinous, brutal violence and crime on women and their bodies? Why should this man continue to represent women? I want the president of the Congress political party to not only suspend this fellow, but ensure that he never gets another ticket to stand for elections anywhere. This is not acceptable in a democracy.
Kamini Jaiswal, senior advocate, is now joining me on the phone line. Ma'am, in what words do we condemn these remarks that are made by our political class time and again? No lessons learned. We hear these comments all the time. What should we even say about these remarks that are made? And the half-hearted apology. So today he makes an apology, the Congress MLA who made those despicable and outrageous comments yesterday, saying, if I have hurt the sentiments of women, I hereby apologize.
It's most shocking. There are no words, by which you can reprimand such action. Look at not only has he said something, look at his tone and tenor.
Right.
So frivolous. He thinks he's making a big joke. He's just wanting I think this man is mad. First, he also ought to be, sent to some place to be tested. No normal thinking human being will make a comment like this even as a joke. This is the most shocking state of affairs, and I think Congress must, if these are the kinds of people that are there in the Congress, it needs to rethink about its members and its representatives. And he really needs help. I don't think he's normal. He must be mad. It's so shocking that I can seriously tell you that there are no words enough to condemn him, and this apology is as stupid as the statement.
Absolutely. Ma'am, thank you so much for joining us. बद्री नारायण जी जो निर्भया के पिता हैं, वो इस वक्त हमारे साथ फोन लाइन पर जुड़ रहे हैं. बद्री नारायण जी, आपने शायद सुना होगा कि कांग्रेस के एक विधायक ने किस तरह का एक स्टेटमेंट दिया है कि अगर आपके साथ बलात्कार हो रहा है तो आप उसे एंजॉय कीजिए. ये स्टेटमेंट एक विधायक ने असेंबली के अंदर दिया है और स्पीकर ने उसको एक तरह से बढ़ाया भी है, हंसे हैं उस पर. आप जब ऐसी बातें सुनते हैं तो आप क्या सोचते हैं सर?
देखिए, हम क्या सोचेंगे या नहीं सोचेंगे ये तो जनता सोचे कि जिसको हम विधायक बना रहे हैं, जिसको एमपी बना रहे हैं, वो हम किसको बना रहे हैं, उनकी मानसिकता क्या है, वो क्या कर सकते हैं. जो व्यक्ति असेंबली में बैठ के ये बात कह सकता है तो हमारे समझ में तो यह कि कांग्रेस का नेता निवृत्त इसीलिए हो रहा है ना. ऐसे लोग बैठे हुए हैं तो ये उनको दूर दूर तक दिखाई नहीं दे रहा कि हम कहाँ पे खड़े हैं. आज असेंबली में बैठे हैं, कल उतर जाएंगे तो उनको सब पता लग जाएगा. और ऐसे ही कोई भी सरकार नहीं चाहती कि हमारे राज्य में कोई दुर्घटना हो या ऐसी कोई बातें हो, लेकिन ये इतने बढ़े चढ़े लोग हैं, इतने मानसिकता के गिरे हुए लोग हैं कि क्या हमें तो नहीं सुना क्या अपने बहन बेटियों के साथ भी ऐसे ही कहते हो कि एंजॉय करा करो. तो ये बहुत ओछी मानसिकता है और ऐसे लोगों की वजह से ही सरकारें जाती है.
जी, और माफी मांगने की बजाय भी उनका ये कहना है कि अगर मेरे कथनी से लोगों को दुख पहुंचा है, अगर उनके भावनाओं को ठेस पहुंचा है तो मैं माफी मांगना चाहता हूं. तो एक तरह से वो समझ भी नहीं रहे हैं कि उन्होंने जो कहा है वो पूरी तरह से गलत है.
देखिए, वो माफी मांगे ना मांगे उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, क्योंकि ऐसे लोग माफी क्या मांगेंगे. अब मांग भी लिए तो क्या फर्क पड़ना है, माफ कौन उनको कर देगा. ये लोग, इनको ये सोचना चाहिए, चाहे इनके जो शीर्ष नेता हैं, बड़े बड़े नेता हैं जो बैठे हुए पद पे, उनको सोचना चाहिए कि हमारे विधायक क्या बोल रहे हैं और इस आवाज का जनता पे क्या फर्क पड़ेगा. जिसके लिए हम रोजमर्रा की जिंदगी में दौड़ रहे हैं कि नहीं हमें सीट चाहिए, हम आपकी सुरक्षा करेंगे, हम ये करेंगे वो करेंगे, और वही विधायक बोल रहे हैं कि नहीं एंजॉय करना चाहिए। तो ये बड़े बड़े जो ऊपर बैठे हुए हैं ना शीर्ष नेता, उनको समझने और सोचने की जरूरत कि उनकी पार्टी कहाँ जा रही है, पार्टी खत्म क्यों हो रही है। बड़ी दुख की बात है कि अब ऐसे एमएलए को हम क्या कहें, लेकिन यह है कि वो ऐसे व्यक्ति ना मर्द और ना मुराद होते हैं।
जी आपका गुस्सा तो काफी जायज है। बद्री नारायण जी, शुक्रिया हमसे बातचीत करने के लिए। माय कॉलीग कार्तिक इज स्टिल लाइव विथ मी फ्रॉम बेंगलुरु। कार्तिक, हाउ इज द कांग्रेस पार्टी reacting to the statement and subsequently the half-hearted apology?
Well, we've yet to get reactions after the apology, but currently the Congress party, many members had come out on Twitter and had posted comments about Mr. Ramesh, and also said that the party has to, all the people in the House have to apologize for the statement, and they also condemned Mr. Ramesh Kumar for the statement. But it remains to be seen, will they accept this half-hearted apology and will they move on, or will they stress the higher command to take some stringent action against Mr. Ramesh Kumar so that he does not repeat the mistake again?
Because, like you pointed out, Kartik, this is not the first time that he's made such a trivial comment, especially trivializing rape. He seems to be a habitual offender. And clearly, even after the second time, when there has been public furor and uproar, he doesn't seem to realize that he's made a very objectionable statement. It's actually an offense, the kind of statement that he's made, trivializing rape.
Well, yes, certainly in 2019, when Mr. Ramesh Kumar was the Speaker, when he had made a similar comment in the floor of the House where he compared himself to a rape victim. Now, this comment had also drawn public furor, and later for which he had clarified. But this clearly shows that even in 2021, Mr. Ramesh Kumar has made such an awful statement, a vile statement in the floor of the House, and now he's given a half-hearted apology. But will the Congress party this time take a stringent action against Mr. Ramesh Kumar, or will they let him to go? Will they let him to go scot-free just after this half-hearted apology? That remains to be seen. But all activists and women from across all party lines have come out and condemned Mr. Ramesh Kumar for this statement.
Right. Also, anything that you're hearing from the Speaker's office, Kartik, because what we did see in our visuals from the Karnataka Assembly was that Mr. Ramesh Kumar made that statement, that very objectionable statement, and then the Speaker did not stop him, did not condemn him, in fact, laughed it off.
Well, yes, today after Mr. Ramesh Kumar, after Mr. Ramesh Kumar apologized on the floor of the House, the current Speaker Vishweshwar Hegde Kageri came out and said that let's not drag this issue any further. Let's just leave it as it is, and just move on. Now, this is the sort of comment that comes from a speaker who yesterday laughed along with Mr. Ramesh Kumar for this joke. Now, it remains to be seen, but even the BJP, although they have condemned Mr. Ramesh Kumar's statement, have been very mum about what sort of reaction that, they have not come out and slammed the current speaker, who also laughed for this joke. And it also clearly shows that yesterday, when this joke was made on the floor of the House, no MLA, no legislator had come out and taken offense for it and in the floor of the House. But now, after that, the public has taken note of it, and now that across India, now we are seeing reactions and comments for it. Now they come out and they have condemned it.
Right. So the Congress MLA, of course, issues a half-hearted apology, and the Speaker says, let's put the lid over this and move on. Kartik, thank you so much for bringing us all of those details.